Hello everybody, I know it's been a while since I've put out a vlog and I was just thinking about this one because it hit home as of yesterday actually. So I'm grounding at the moment, which is putting my bare feet to the sidewalk and enjoying a glass of wine while I vlog this story. Basically, my sister, my Narc one, the middle one, works in the medical field. And what she does is she works with women, breast mammograms, the biopsies, all that. And she graduated up to doing the biopsies, right? And so my insurance covered to go to her medical center to get my mammogram done. And not that she would do it, but she also had access to give me the results right away, which I thought was cool because sometimes you have to wait quite a while. Actually, it's kind of quick now. The patient portal's pretty quick. Back then, back 10 years ago, I guess, it would always take like a week and a half to 2 weeks to get the results. So anyway, I decided, all right, I'll go to your place of your business or your work and get my mammos done there. So one time I was there in the waiting room waiting for my my name to be called, and she was in the biopsy room prepping for her biopsy to be done. So she had the door open, she saw me, so she waved me in. Just making small talk until I was called in and she was ready for her patient. And she was totally making fun of the lady. Making fun of the lady being scared and drama. And I really didn't know much about that procedure. But now I do know that that's at the third time in, if they spotted something, then you go and get a biopsy after the second time around. It's already nerve-wracking when your mammogram comes out that there's something spotted there. Like it could be benign, they don't know yet, and you gotta go back. So hence 3 weeks ago I went in for my annual physical, and I was overdue for a mammogram, which I was definitely overdue. I waited a few years because I was just being stupid. Anyway, so I go in and I get my mammogram done. And then yesterday, as I'm cleaning a house, the doctor called me, and I was like, okay, normally I've been seeing my results for my pelvic exam, my blood work has all gone through the patient portal, and she might just email me like, okay, continue to eat healthy, everything's good, that kind of stuff. This time she called, and I didn't see anything come through the patient portal yet. So I was like, oh crap, she's calling. That can't be good, right? So she calls me and lets me know that we found there's a 1.5 centimeter oval mass found on the left side, and you need to go in. I'm going to write you up a referral to go back in and get a second diagnostic pics or something like that. I guess it's similar to the mammogram, but like the same setup, this machine, but different areas, different angles. I really don't know. And an ultrasound. And so I'm like, oh God. She goes, no worries. You don't have to worry. It could be benign. We do this as a precautionary, because something was found and we want to make sure everything's okay. Now, mind you, at the time, when I went in for my mammogram, they had asked, do you remember where you had your last mammogram at? Because it wasn't there. My insurance changed. And I said, yes, it was at this radiology place. So they did not receive my old mammogram results yet, right? So they're going by what they found. And now here I have to go back in, right? So the whole day yesterday, I was getting worried. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going in for a second mammogram. Like they found something. And I was talking to the lady I cleaned for, and she said, oh yeah, that happened to me too. It's just fatty tissue. But they had to check on me every 6 months to a year. But I guess the third time, if they see something in the ultrasound and the diagnostic pictures, then you go in for that biopsy. So now you're in there for the third time where they see something twice that's questionable. So yeah, when you're in that point where you got to get a biopsy, of course you're going to be nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was already thinking, oh God. I was looking up symptoms of breast cancer, what to look for, and I'm like, oh my God. And I just remembered my sister making fun of that lady that was getting ready for her biopsy because she was scared and dramatic. I'm like, well, hello. I mean, yeah, you guys are looking for cancer, and she's in there for the third time because it's still sus in the test. Why wouldn't she be dramatic or scared. Like, what a bitch. Like, why does she work in this industry? She's one of the main reasons why I didn't like going to the doctor, because people like that making fun of you, that's your mom, that's someone's aunt, that's someone's sister, and you're making fun of them. They might have breast cancer. Are you kidding me? Wow. That also reminds me of years ago. I was married before the first marriage, and I hung out, unfortunately, I don't know why, but with her and her boyfriend at the time. Those two, him and my first husband, worked together. And she used to work in the ER at a hospital near the beach, okay? So you get a lot of surfers that come in sometimes. So one time she thought it was cool to bring an x-ray of somebody's kid who was decapitated from surfing at the Wedge, which is, it's like a beach near Newport Beach where the water, I guess it's shallow. It's a shallow beach, but the waves are really high. And so people like to go to the Wedge and surf it, but it's very dangerous because of the fact that it's shallow water, that the waves crash. You're going to hit that ground. And so this kid died. He broke his neck. And so she brought that x-ray to my house to show my first husband and her boyfriend. And they were like, yeah, wow, ooh, all this stuff. And I'm like in my head going, you got to be effing kidding me. Now, at this moment, we did not have kids at the time. But still, your perspective, even if you weren't a mom, you just showed strangers somebody else's kid's x-ray. That's not even, how is that HIPAA okay? Like, how is that not illegal? Like, are you kidding me right now? You actually just brought someone else's x-ray to just to brag, just to say, oh, this is what happens when you surf at the Wedge. Wow. And yet she's still, I don't know, I don't get updates on her. But from what I gather, still living large, still living great. Her husband is a physician assistant on top of that, and he's as arrogant as she is. And these are reasons why I don't go to the doctor sometimes. I don't want to deal with people like this. They don't care about you. I was lucky this year, though. I have a new doctor, new insurance, and I went in for my physical, and she spent a good hour with me, told her about my grounding, told her I like to be medication free. She listened to everything and was totally cool and very professional. And the girl that did my mammogram, same thing. So I didn't get that vibe from them, but there are people like that out there, and that's my sister and my brother-in-law. So I want to apologize if you ever are subjected to that. Anyway, I just wanted to air that out because it was just new to me, this fear of possibly having, breast cancer. Oh, the update though. So later yesterday, I look into the patient portal because the results were in, but they were in twice. So I was like, that's interesting. Why did they send it twice in the patient portal? Huh? So I looked at both of them, and one had an addendum. So it was a page 2 on there. And so apparently the addendum had an update and said, we located patients' previous mammogram results from not out of network, but out of office mammogram, I guess, because it's not them. So they had to go to another facility to say, hey, can we obtain these records? And that oval mass that they spotted on me was also back then, and it was year 2020, some 6 years ago. I'm like, could have sworn I had a mammogram before 6 years ago, but regardless, they were looking at a mammogram that was done 6 years ago. Same oval mass, same size, nothing's changed. So now they recorded it as benign. We'll see you next year. So I don't have to go back and get a second set of diagnostic tests and ultrasound. So I was like, oh, so freaking relieved. But still not okay for those who aren't in that situation and do have to go back in for that second round and third round, and then possibly, I don't know what comes next. Do they start procedures of, I don't know how they test for that. I don't know what they do. Obviously the biopsy would tell them, this is it, you have cancer. No, you don't. I mean, I guess that's the end, that's where they go from there. Anyway, guys, I thought I would share that story. If you have something similar, comment down below. All right, guys, until then.